All right, guys, hello and welcome back to our Versus series. This is round 3. We're going to be looking at sideboarded games, and we've gone ahead and jumped into it already. You can see Ixidors has a Leyline of the Void
I got very
against us.
excited. I was antsy. Sorry, guys. Couldn't help myself. Got to it.
No, I was having some audio problems, so we restarted, but we're going to let him keep his Leyline there. And we get to be
Excellent
on the
news.
play because we lost the previous game. We're not recording immediately after. We took a break to do some sideboarding stuff, and it's a different day even, which you can definitely tell if you are watching Dream Stream.
Yes,
Or
absolutely.
Dreams,
I have this new
recordings.
haircut. I look quite like the villain from The Fifth Element, if you are familiar.
How do you think you think that haircut is good post board? You like to
I
change to
think
that
I
haircut?
think exactly. I think that once you go to the sideboard, you have to shave half of your
Hair
head
is just not
to
good in
really
this
psych the
matchup.
opponent out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You can cut. I mean, exactly. The first thing you cut when you go to the sideboard is the hair, because you're not going to do much with
Well
that.
put. Well put.
All right, all right. So on the turn 2 play, I think that we could just go slow, but at the same time, that looks like a devoted druid.
Yeah, so this
And
wasn't one of the things that I talked about too much during my sideboarding, but Devoted Druid, while you don't really want to go all in on the 2 card combos, it looks like it is going to draw like a Terminate or an Abrupt Decay here anyways, or maybe even a Lightning Bolt. No, that's Terminate mana. One of the reasons that Devoted Druid is still strong is because it is a flag bearer of sorts. It does elicit a response from your opponent. They kind of have to do something against it because just letting an opponent untap with it is no bueno.
no, exactly. It's very dangerous. In fact, it's like the most dangerous spell skite ever. Like, what if
Right.
spell skite had the potential to literally win the game? So basically, if it were old school days in modern, you were playing infect and you got literally wrecked by that. Like, that's what devoted druid does to you. You just don't want to waste the removal on it, but you tell yourself, if I don't, I know I may lose this game and or match. So you just have to spike the removal immediately. Never let it get past summoning sickness.
And conveniently, if your opponent tries to Twisted Image your Devoted Druid, you can kill it in response so that they don't draw a card by
Ooh.
untapping it twice. So it's even better than Spellskite in that regard. But of course, ties to Lightning Bolt.
Interesting that you mentioned that because I had only recently read a bit about the twisted image interaction. I thought to myself,
Another
I'm not too
Terminate?
sure that I understand the interaction. No, I got better than that.
Dark Confidant? I don't know what's better than
No,
that.
better than that, bro.
Fatal Push Lightning Bolt?
No, when everybody's taking this long to choose modes, you know what card it is every time.
Oh, Collective Brutality. So you're going to discard a Verdant Catacombs there and also
And take down the Dusk Watch and
Path
see
to
if you
Exile
got. You
from
don't have the
hand.
card I wanted, but you did have value, which is what matters.
Still a 2-for-2 trade, but pretty reasonable. I didn't get an activation out of my Duskwatch Recruiter. I still felt it was
Exactly.
better just to throw it on the board rather than wait too long with it there, but
I think it's correct after seeing Fatal Push and Terminate to make that evaluation. I mean, you can untap one time and present one activation, which is card advantage enough when I do eventually draw the kill spell.
so we have 2 options here. We can actually we kind of have 3. We can
That's how many options Collective Brutality has.
that's not true. It's got like a bunch of different modes because you can choose one or more.
That's
So,
fair. And like discarding a
Escalate, that
card.
makes it's 3 plus what is there, like 6 possible modes of it?
Yeah, discard like a Blood Gas for all these value. Yeah, you're not wrong.
There are so the main options here are I could just crack my Verdant Catacombs, pump up my Noble Hierarch. I could draw a card with Horizon Canopy, try to hit like a Kitchen Finks. Still not great into Leyline of the Void. And then the other option is to just hold on to this Horizon Canopy. The main reason you would hold on to the Horizon Canopy, say my opponent has another Brutality or a Thoughtseize, effectively, because if we draw a Collected Company off of this Canopy, we're not going to be able to use it. So by hanging on to the Canopy, we give ourselves the chance to draw Collected Company and then untap with it.
Yeah, I think you want to insulate yourself against discard spells. Like, exactly. You do that now, you won't be able to cast it. You will get it. Thought seized. Liliana, if I had that in post board, potentially. There's lots of things that could go wrong in that scenario. You don't want that to happen.
Yeah, I'm going to go
so you do it. So you do it. What a sack.
Yeah, this card clearly not great against what we are currently looking at. Let's just smack.
We're going to get it. We're going to get it. We're going to do exactly what we said we were going to do.
I think Leyline's kind of doing us dirty. You didn't even want to bring it in, but yeah, you got it. The turn
I mean, I didn't want to bring cards out, but as the Abzan CoCo master you are, you rightfully informed me of my due wronging regarding Liliana of the Veil. And Bay can do no wrong in any matchup, but the problem is in this matchup, you're just right. She's not very good.
And let's see, it looks like a
card's good
in
this
that's
matchup.
A pretty good one, I have to say. We don't have too much in the ways for our opponent to interact with our Scavenging Ooze here. I'm going to crack this Verdant Catacombs for sure.
I found that to be an awkward interaction, honestly, but I thought to myself, I suppose if you're able to get turn 0 ley line, then you're already winning.
No complaints.
So Scavenging Ooze probably doesn't need to do as much work or heavy lifting.
Yeah, don't complain if your shit's looking good for you already. Yeah, this is a little bit awkward.
Did you rip the CoCo or what?
No, I didn't rip the CoCo. So basically what I'm thinking about here, like, if we draw Reclamation, we kind of just have to draw Reclamation Sage.
Start opening things up.
Or a Court of Calling so that, we can start to actually cast our cards. That said, I think we just have to... you
gotta get that E-Wit out if you got it, man. You gotta put power on the board.
Nah, I don't think I'm going to do that either. We already have power on the board. Scavenging Ooze actually isn't growing here. So, while this seems pretty awkward, I think I'm just going to be content doing nothing for the time being. You've got one card in hand. You might be able to start activating Raging Ravine or something soon. But for the time being, I'm gonna be willing to take a point of damage and just start Gavinying, because I don't really have anything else better to do. It's not great, but... I don't have anything else better.
Makes mostly sense. I do have the mana to activate Raging Ravine, so we are going to activate Raging Ravine.
I'm going to need green mana for that.
Yeah, I'm probably going to need to do that better than I did. That seems like a little bit better.
So at least we know our opponent's not doing anything here. We're getting attacked for 4.
By anything, you're getting attacked with 6.
Yeah.
A third of your life.
We're going to go ahead
nothing.
And do that, I suppose, now.
Fair. That's fair.
Just to take a little bit less damage.
That clock significantly altered. It's now a 5-turn clock instead of a 3-turn clock.
All right, this card's actually pretty good. I mentioned that it's good when you just get into these late game positions where you want something to sink your mana into.
I thought it was going to be Collected Company. Like, this card is good late game. You need this good anytime you have 4 fucking mana. I mentioned this card
being good. Yeah, we're definitely not in the best position here, but I think we potentially win this race. We get to swing for 4 next turn if he decides he wants to swing for 5 at us, and then we get to throw the Ballista at him at some point after that. So if he is just on Raging Ravine plan, then we will eventually draw out. If he plays like a Culligan's Command or something, then we probably just lose, and anything in between that, we'll see what happens.
I want to animate Raging Ravine in this spot and attack, but I am unfortunately in a position where I cannot reasonably allow my opponent to untap with Walking Ballista. So, that being the case, I think we are forced, unfortunately, to take down the Ballista in this spot.
With a lightning bolt. Oh, okay.
Ooh, F6.
I hit you for 2 in response.
You did. You did it in that imaginary alternate plane.
You're at 11.
I think now
figure this out here.
We should just pass the turn and let him soak in this embarrassment.
Alrighty.
That's pretty rough.
Probably not a huge deal. Let's grab a...
It's probably not going to change the game.
I kind of want to grab another Overgrown Tomb in case we draw this card. I guess I'm just going to grab this. It's a little bit damaging, but We're just gonna keep trying to
Okay,
kill our
we're just
opponent
doing it.
here.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
All right, and I'm gonna pop out Notepad so that I can correct your life total to what it's supposed to be.
Sure. I mean, if that's the case last turn, then your noble would be dead, just so we're clear. But,
No.
yeah, actually,
Raging
yeah.
Ravine
But I
coming
mean,
in.
my video
4/5.
shows that, so it's not a video. It's not like a boast. It's just like my video will show that you're actually just dead if that's the case. The noble dies.
All right, so one more Raging Ravine hit kills us, which is pretty awkward. I guess that means our opponent also has a Lightning Bolt. We were able to get some sick reads from him over there.
No, I had the sick blazing volley.
And you didn't do it?
Yeah, no, because I had 2 extra life. The noble hierarch Gavity Township play wasn't a real threat.
Oh, I just mean now you can't do it.
Well, no, I know. That's what I mean. Considering I was at 2 more life total, I said, "Oh, okay, this is not a relevant play anymore." I'd rather wait for a Eternal Witness or something of the like.
Gotcha. Wait to snag something better.
Yeah. That's all. Otherwise, if I legitimately got 2 more off the ballista, I would have snapped that off and been like, "Well, he's got no threats. Make him top deck it."
I don't care what you do.
We're gonna do this exact thing that you think we're gonna do.
Okay. So this card is lethal. We now know that casting Collected Company main phase means that he can Blazing Volley whatever we get. So like if we get infinite mana, we might want that infinite mana. Though our Walking Ballista's exiled forever. That's not a huge deal. We can get infinite mana, untap, and just draw a Duskwatch Recruiter. That seems pretty reasonable, right? All right. I'm gonna play like you didn't tell me what's in your hand.
Maybe I don't have it. Maybe I'm bluffing.
Yeah. All right. So we do have Vizier. We do also have Rex Sage, and I think we want Duskwatch Recruiter as the last card, anyways. So let's go Rex Sage Recruiter. We'll put these back on any order. Gonna Rex Sage Leyline. Rex Sage is going to chump block the Raging Ravine.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay. Seems about reasonable for how we do things this series. I think maybe
this series has been the executive special teams punt special.
Yeah, I think maybe he's bluffing and he just wanted to Abrupt Decay or Duskwatch Recruiter after we activate it. That's what I'm thinking here, realistically. Not really.
Sick reads, bro.
Yeah, let's go ahead and activate Duskwatch at least once here. We know we're not going to use Gavany Township, and we might get a Fulminator Mage off of this, which would be pretty sick.
We should Abrupt Decay in response, but I think we're going to let this resolve.
Kitchen Finks is still pretty good. That means we can
take this game over.
Swing with these dudes here. And then play our Kitchen Finks. Oh, I'm going to take over the game now that I'm playing a Kitchen Finks. And there's no leyline. Yeah,
that is possibly. A wrap.
Possibly. Oh, you drew something good?
No,
you're dead.
We're still in trouble.
Well, you get to take an Eternal Witness from my hand, or you can take a Scavenging Ooze because I'm a little bit light on mana. But if you take the Scavenging Ooze, I can Eternal Witness it back. That's going to take me a little bit to do so. Seems like a reasonable line in both scenarios.
On our end, we have punted our way out of the game. So we're just going to have to accept that.
Well, I mean, yeah, I punted too, so, you know. All right, the Blazing Volley was not a hoax.
Turn a punt is fair play. I wonder what happens if I just take 2 damage from the Walking Ballista and you don't have a noble. Like, I want to know what world that is.
All right, I'm just going to swing out here. I think our opponent will probably trade Dark Confidant with Duskwatch Recruiter. We could even just Gavany Township, like, if that's the case.
I'm going to draw really well and kill him.
All right, you're going to try to kill me on your turn?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it seems reasonable, except I've got a replacement Kitchen Finks.
Oh, that's rude.
So, can't lose, won't lose. Could have even put a Scavenging Ooze onto the battlefield here, too.
It's fine. All I have to do is draw that black exile spell.
I'm just going to keep open 3 mana for Duskwatch Recruiter. Oh, he's probably just going to lose right now. No, Overgrown Tomb. All right, well, he's going to put that into play untapped, and then we got it. Nope, just gives it to us. All right, we're not going to begin sideboarding because we are already sideboarded for this game and the next, but Ixidors is going to be on the play for game 4, and hopefully with a little less punts in that game.
But definitely less punts, so we'll see you all back here for game 4.
Sounds good.